You're looking pretty serious there, Cam. What are you reading?
Well, your live stream yesterday got me thinking about what we can and can't share with others while we're in the clinical trial. Did you read this information they gave us?
Yeah, it says we should be open and honest with the trial staff, but we shouldn't share details on what happens during the trial or how we're feeling with the other people taking part in the trial. Since sharing on social media could reach someone in the same trial, I'm not going to post about my experience. At least not until the trial is over.
Good call. Since my partner isn't in the trial, I'm glad I can at least talk to him. But not sharing the details with you is going to be hard. It makes sense though. If we tell someone else in the trial about our health or how we're feeling, we might influence how they are feeling. That could change what they report, which could then change the results of the whole trial.
Yeah, the power of suggestion is just that, powerful. Just look at me now. Earlier this morning, I saw an ad with a steaming hot cup of coffee, and here we are at our favorite coffee shop.
I totally get that. Seeing someone eat ice cream is my weakness. Well, Alex, we both got into this clinical trial to help play a role in finding a treatment one day, so we shouldn't do anything to put that at risk. I'm glad we'll be able to talk about it more when the trial is over.
Yeah, the staff also told me that when the trial is over, they'll send us a summary of what happened and what the research team learned.
I'm so glad we get to find out how we helped.
Me too. Hey Cam, I've got to tell you what happened the other day.
As long as it's not about the clinical trial, go ahead.
Okay, well, it is about the trial, but don't worry. I checked and I can share this. So, you remember how I get car sick?
You? Car sick? I can't imagine.
Haha, very funny. Anyway, during my last visit for the clinical trial, I mentioned that I have a little road trip coming up next week, and I sometimes
lose your lunch?
Tend to get a little queasy in the car. Anyway, I asked if it was okay to take my usual motion sickness pills, and they said they were glad I asked, because regular medicines could have different or even negative effects during a clinical trial. They said we should always talk to the clinical trial staff before taking anything else.
Really? Why?
Scientists are still learning about whether the trial drug can be taken with other medicines. Some could change the results of the trial or even hurt me. It's kind of like cooking. Some ingredients go together and make a delicious recipe, and other combinations are a recipe for disaster. We just need to check with the trial staff before taking anything else.
Well, you were smart to bring that up with the trial staff.
And now we know. They gave me some other options, so I'm set for my trip next week too.
Nice. Have a great trip. And hopefully keep your lunch to yourself this time.
And remember, if you have questions, just ask your clinical trial staff. They're there to help you.